It's been about 2 months since I stepped away from Sea of Thieves, and I feel like it's been long enough now that we can have this kind of discussion. Because I really miss it. Not the game now, not the one from 2 months ago. I miss the real, old Sea of Thieves. And is it even possible to save it at this point? When I first started playing Sea of Thieves, it was the most perfect game. It was beautiful. A whole world of things to discover, adventures to have with your friends. I had never experienced anything like it before, and there's a good chance I never will ever again. This is the game that brought me some of my fondest memories growing up and helped me connect with some of my best friends. The stories I could tell from playing this game, the people I met, the heists we pulled, and the plans that brutally failed. Each one came with a new memory and a new story that I had created myself with my friends using the endless tools that we had been given. And I think that's the most important thing to understand about why I miss this game so much. Sea of Thieves was never special because it had the best progression system, or the most content, or even the best combat. It was special because it gave you a world and then got out of your way. It let you make the adventure yourself. Even before I left the game, Sea of Thieves started to feel like a shell of that. You can blame Safer Seas, Diving, or Hourglass for what happened, but regardless, the outcome is the same. The game started to change. With each update, the game slowly, with many ups and downs, descended into something genuinely unrecognizable. It completely lost its soul. I want to be clear about something though. I don't think Sea of Thieves became a bad game overnight. I don't think every change they made was inherently bad either. There are things that Rare added that I genuinely loved. The problem is that somewhere along the way, the things being added stopped serving the thing that made Sea of Thieves special in the first place. This was a change that I struggled with for a long time. As a small creator, I found my niche with Sea of Thieves. I built an incredibly awesome and supportive audience and found my place on the platform. Even got myself monetized in my first ever check from YouTube. I spent so much time getting better at the game, learning the deep lore, and discovering new storylines, all just to talk to you guys about how much I loved the game and what it had to offer. But unfortunately for me, my success coincided with the slow downfall of this game, and I fought it hard. I made countless videos, spoke to insiders, and raised as much awareness as I could to all of the issues with content that I had. I hoped that we, together as a community, could save Sea of Thieves. And maybe that sounds dramatic. Maybe saying that I wanted to save a video game sounds ridiculous, but that's genuinely how much this game meant to me. I wasn't fighting because I hated Sea of Thieves, I was fighting because of how much I loved it, and because I knew what it could be. But eventually, there were some real-world issues with some Sea of Thieves community managers that were just absolutely disgusting, and I decided at that point it was best for me to step away from Sea of Thieves, which was kind of a huge deal for me. I knew by doing so I would lose a lot of my audience, have to find new things to cover, and worst of all, I would finally be admitting Sea of Thieves was beyond saving, which is kind of a hard thing for me to do. You guys were all super supportive of me as a creator and a person in that decision, and that support means the world to me. But the transition has been hard. I took some time to think about where to go with this channel, and as one would expect, regardless of where I went, moving away from the game absolutely killed my viewership. But here we are, still on the grind because it's what I love to do. Since then, I haven't even opened Sea of Thieves until I finally decided to get on today in preparation for this video, and it's kind of a surreal feeling. I feel like I used to play this game every other day until I left, and it just feels so weird now. It really does make me understand how much I miss this game, and yet playing it doesn't make me feel any better. It actually makes it feel worse. The soul of the seas just doesn't seem to be there anymore. I feel all of the issues I've talked about on this channel really showing. The game's story through lore and through interaction with other players just doesn't feel like it's there anymore. I wasn't telling stories with community members because nobody really cared, and the story for this game has just been harder and harder to follow. Not to mention, there's supposedly no more updates coming this year. Just a lot here that's lacking and makes me miss old Sea of Thieves more. You would think that after 2 months away, coming back to Sea of Thieves would make me realize I was wrong, that I had been maybe too negative, that I just needed some time away and that the game was still there waiting for me. Instead, I came back and realized something much more painful. I don't miss playing Sea of Thieves. I miss what playing Sea of Thieves used to feel like. But being here also gave me a bit of hope. I've had discussions with many close friends and many of you guys about Sea of Thieves. There are many of you that still love Sea of Thieves for what it was and what it always had the potential to be. It felt like we were all sitting down by the fire and reminiscing about the good old days, our adventures, our stories, and some of the greatest memories we all have in gaming. And hearing those stories from you guys makes me so happy and also so heartbroken that there were so many people who will no longer get to make those core memories as the game continues to fall off. When we talk about the good old days, we don't talk about commendations though. We don't talk about how quickly we could make gold or what the most efficient way to grind a reputation was. We talk about the time we stole a fort from another crew. We talk about getting chased across the whole map for over an hour. We talk about meeting some completely random crew and ending up helping each other out. We talk about the ridiculous plans that somehow worked and the even more ridiculous plans that absolutely didn't. That's what Sea of Thieves was when I fell in love with it. It wasn't a checklist, it wasn't a progression system, and it wasn't a grind. It was a sandbox where something completely unpredictable could happen at any moment, and where the people you met along the way became part of your own personal story. I was watching HippoTC's latest video earlier this week, which is kind of what inspired me to end up talking to you guys about Sea of Thieves again, and he said a few things that really stuck with me. Somewhere along the journey of Sea of Thieves, we went off the rails. Where exactly, who knows? Maybe it was diving, maybe Hourglass, Monkey Island, or the custom seas. But one thing is clear. We moved away from storytelling, be it through the world, exploration, or our adventures with one another. We moved away from that to focusing on the meta, on efficiency and commendations and levels to grind. But that is not and cannot be what Sea of Thieves is. That's not what made it stand apart. I think this is where my biggest criticism of the game ultimately comes from. Sea of Thieves started treating the adventure as a means to an end when the adventure was supposed to be the end. If I'm diving to a world event because it's the fastest way to get a commendation, I'm not really exploring the world. If I'm sailing somewhere because the game told me exactly where to go, I'm not really discovering anything. If every interaction with another player is reduced to how quickly can I sink them or how much gold can I get from this, then we've lost the magic of not knowing what the other crew might do. The irony is that Sea of Thieves never needed to manufacture stories. Its greatest stories happen naturally. The game just needed to give us the tools and let us loose. In order for Sea of Thieves to win its heart back, it will take Rare and the community. And there would be a lot to it. It would start with open and honest discussion. No blind hating or frankly, no blind glazing of what this game is. I do really believe that Rare can make a game that we love again if we let them try and are honest with them. When I say bring back the old Sea of Thieves, I don't mean I want Rare to literally undo every update and take us back to 2018, although that could be super cool, but that's probably not what we need. I don't want the game to stop evolving either. I just want it to evolve in the right direction. Give us reasons to explore, give us reasons to meet other crews, give us a world that feels alive, even when there isn't a new season or event happening. Give us tools, not rules. Give us stories that we discover rather than stories that just simply get placed in front of us. And most importantly, give us the freedom to make our own stories again. Because I don't think the answer is necessarily more content. I think the answer is better reasons to care about the content that's already there. In terms of why I left the game, I've had discussions with many people I trust about those problems, and they are being addressed by Rare. So now I'm putting the ball in their court. Talk to us, Rare. I am willing to listen. Please, if you guys are willing to earn my trust back. Because I love this game more than almost any other game out there, and I love this community to death. I'm not coming back. Not quite yet. But if you guys can show me why you're committed to your community, I might just be willing to commit to you again. Thank you all so much for listening to this video. It has been a rough few months on this channel. So if you like this video, or you want to help me out a bit, subscribing and leaving a like would mean the absolute world. We're going to keep talking about pirate games. There's a lot of Black Flag resynced news going around, and we just love to talk about it all. But what do you guys think about Sea of Thieves? Is it worth giving a shot again? Am I delusional? Am I reminiscing right now? What do we need to bring back the old spirit of the game that we all fell in love with? I want to know, please. So drop it in the comments below. But with that, seriously guys, thank you all for tuning in and watching. I hope you all have an absolutely amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you all out on the seas and listening to all of your guys' stories.